Hello everyone, it is BluecatEra here, and today I will be performing another Bluecat's weapons closet, even though I'm not Bluecat. Allow me the time to change. There we are. Alright, so I am now playing as Bluecat, so now the characteristics fit. So, for today's episode, and for today's long-awaited episode, I will be performing a statistical analysis on the default rifle, and recently, when I should say recently meaning today, January 23rd I do believe, just give me a second to check, and 25th, January 25th. So, on this day, iFreeze finally managed to obtain their Nobe blade. I'll get more details into the Nobe blade later. But, for now, let us start off with the default rifle, shall we? So, the default rifle is probably the firearm with the most amount of available skins in game. I mean, I think probably second highest would be the M4. I mean, I literally seen no other gun with that many gun skins. I mean, the gun is purposely intended to have multiple gun skins, because the original skin, which is what you can see on the hotkey, is quite atrocious. So, let us go ahead and get started on the statistical analysis, shall we? So, the weapon is called the default rifle. Its normal damage is 8. Its maximum damage is 9, and the minimum damage is 6. The fire type is a semi-automatic, so you will have to keep firing your tap button in order to keep firing. It is not an automatic. Alright. You can see that the clip size is 15. Just lower this for a sec. Right. You can see that the clip size is 15. So off your average M4 and such, it's just one clip lower. But in Graal, believe it or not, one clip or even 3 bullets, 1 bullet or 3 bullets, can make quite a difference. It has 1 bullet per shot. And its accuracy, I don't know, let's check that out. I'd say it's an average kind of accuracy. It's clearly not perfect, and it's clearly not good as well, but you can also argue that it is not bad, or too inaccurate, or very inaccurate at all. Its freeze rate. I'd say the freeze rate is low. I do believe the freeze rate is a tad bit higher from the M4, however. But other than that, it's not really exactly too much of a problem. I mean, you should be able to get around bullets, and through bullets, and away from bullets, I should say, quite easily with this gun, if you know what you're doing. The fire rate is fast. Definitely not very fast, but it's fast. Yeah, you can definitely say that this gun is quite fast in terms of its fire rate. The reload speed. Let's check this out. Well, the actual reload animation is fast. However, that little lockup that's in between reloading and firing again, yeah, that makes it seem a lot longer. So, I'm not really exactly sure what I should put down for reload speed. But I've imagined if that whole reload timer was not there, I'd imagine it's a very fast reload. Let's look at this. Yeah, that reload is definitely very, very fast. And the price is, I believe, 50,000. So, in terms of its comparison to the M4, I do believe the only real positive difference on this is the fire rate. Yeah, I'd say the fire rate, because the clip size is down by 1. I think the accuracy is probably just about the same. But I do believe this one has a little more freeze as well, and when you reload as well. M4 is very, very slick, I should say. So a lot of times the default is, well, how should I say this? It's kind of rough, not exactly as slick as the M4. So, because of its statistics, yes, I actually would recommend this for SPAR, even though that most people really won't use it. Most people are already still sticking to the Ghost M4 and other weapons such as. But yes, if you ever wanted to spar with this gun, this is definitely a good gun to spar with. PKing, not really. I don't know why, I feel like as if this isn't really exactly the most appropriate weapon to use for PKing. Streaking, same thing. Because PKing and streaking is such a hand-to-hand like concept, it's very close by with each other. A lot of times, if it's not recommended for PK, it probably won't be recommended for streaking as well, because that's basically both the same concept. And basing, nah, you can find much better guns for basing. So really, I'd only recommend this gun for SPAR. I only really got this gun primarily because of the fact that I thought it would be a better upgrade for the M4, but turns out it's kind of just like an M4 just with different statistics. So in the end, I would only recommend this for sparring. Basing, you might as well go for something a little bit better. So yeah, that's going to be the default rifle. A gun with a large amount of skins, which you can find in the graphics headquarters down by Southridge. It was originally a huge player submitted hat store, but I guess that idea got revised. So, now for the main feature of this episode is going to be the Nobe. So, a little bit of some historical background on the Nobe. The Nobe was created in the legendary iFreeze kickchat, in which nobody will ever know what the name of the kickchat is. But yes, the idea brought up in the kickchat, and, well, how should I say this? It took the administrators, I'd say, about 4 months, 3 months, to finally get this weapon. I mean, I heard that last year's Zombie Crypt, they got their award basically like on the spot, same day. This one took about a good 5 months, maybe less. I'd say about 3 to 4 months, just for a gun this basic, or a weapon this basic. I don't know. And one thing that really does bother me the most is the fact that they promised it. The same week we got the hat, our Zombie Crypt hat, he said, I will provide you the weapon on the week. Okay, that's fine. The only problem was he never did. In fact, he was about a good month away. He never gave a reason for why. But, whatever, we got it. Although, seriously, that's very annoying. Alright, so let's get started. Its normal damage, believe it or not, is 1. Its maximum damage is 2. And its minimum damage is, 1, I guess? I don't know. Will this gun ever go down to 0? I doubt. I don't think there's a value for 0 in terms of damage. Okay, so I guess 1 would be its minimum damage. And the fire type is not automatic, it is semi-automatic, which means you'll have to tap your fire button. Its clip size is 11, so it's a little bit of a weird clip size, but I guess for a weapon like this, it's alright. It shoots 1 energy bullet per shot. Its accuracy is 100%, so it has perfect accuracy with literally no spread at all. Its freeze rate is very low. This is a very slick freeze rate. You can see it's almost like nothing. Its fire rate is very fast. I mean, this fire rate is just ridiculous. I mean, if you can weave through that, I truly commend you. Because that looks impossible to weave by. Let's see, did the fire rate? The reload speed, if I would imagine it. Okay, so without the whole stupid reload delay, I'd say that's a fast reload speed. Because literally, if you notice, if you are in possession of the water staff, not the water staff, the electric staff, but there also is a water staff, but I don't know what the name for that one is. Because I know there's also the water healing staff and also the water staff. But what I'm trying to say is that the reload is literally the same thing. Wait, there actually is another gun. Oh no, the cripple cannon. Yes, the cripple cannon has a very, very similar reload. And in case you're wondering, if anyone does get hit by the whole plasma bullet thing, yes, they will actually get a shock. The price is free, technically, because it's from Zombie Crypt. If you win first place in Zombie Crypt, you get either a gun skin, a gas mask, well, a trophy and $5,000, and as well as 5 event coins will just come automatically. But you have a choice of, I do believe, a gas mask, a gun skin, or a melee. Now, considering the fact that we won both first and second place, we have gotten the gas mask and a melee. However, this isn't exactly fully a melee, unless you activate it. So, the knife statistics. I will admit, they did kind of lie when they said hunter statistics. The hunter knife, it is seriously nowhere near as fast as a hunter knife, but still just as formidable. It deals 9 damage and will once again provide a shock to anyone who you attack with. It deals 9 damage. It's not really exactly the fastest melee. I mean, if I were to take a base, I would actually use the firing ability rather than the actual melee. I mean, I guess like if you're like, you know, let's say like this right here is the flag, and this is GC, and I were to like keep shooting the flag, and then all of a sudden like a lagger just comes out of nowhere, and this beautiful core line would be our lagger. I could just switch to the knife and just take him out, resume what I'm doing, and in case the same thing happens again, you could just do the same thing, continue what you're doing. Although, considering the damage, this weapon can be considerably easy to rush, but considering its freeze rate, it can be very easy to go around the rush because of the fact that you're so slick in terms of its freeze rate. Finally, I would say that this is not SPAR recommended because the damage is so minimal, and the reload isn't really exactly at its best. PK and streaking, definitely not, because, again, damage is at its minimal, and the accuracy is a bit too high, although the fire rate makes it just perfect, but if some other statistics were tweaked, this one would have been ideal for PKing and streaking. But basing, yes, I would say this is recommended for basing because of the fact that the fire rate is so fast that you can deal a sufficient amount of damage towards the flag, even though the reload speed will kind of take you out for a little bit. As you can see, it's a moderate reload speed, I should say. But I mean, when you really think about it, shooting the flag, with this gun, shooting it at the flag 11 times, it's pretty good, considering the fact that the flag only has 50 points worth of resistance to it, with exception to the Neo-based flag, because, you know, you can't actually attack that flag, you have to stay inside the ring. So, that was basically it for today's episode, a special episode, I should say, because of the fact that I went over our wonderful, wonderful Nobe staff. Thank you to SNK, who, no offense, but you took pretty long on it. But, in the next episode, I will be reviewing the dual P2Ks and the ancient Ghost M4. Well, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Take care.